Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, my name is Paulina. This channel is all about beauty that includes skincare, makeup and fragrances. Today we're actually going to be talking about another fragrance. This is the newest flanker of Alien, and this is Alien Hypersense. So as you probably know, this is a flanker of a very popular fragrance by Mugler that was released in 2005. And this was, I think, one of those kind of love or hate fragrances. You either loved it, or it was just maybe too strong for you. I personally could appreciate the fragrance, but I definitely felt like it was way too strong, and I've always been more of an Angel girl. So you know Angel, the other kind of cult fragrance by Mugler. I kind of prefer that gourmand kind of vibe versus this being jasmine ambery scent. So throughout the years there were multiple flankers of Alien, and most of them had this original DNA. So obviously with this original fragrance being so strong, the flankers were usually maybe slightly lighter, although not necessarily. There was one flanker that was even heavier, the one with honey. I actually like that one too, but many of them were a little bit lighter, still very kind of long-lasting, strong statement fragrances. Or at least most of them, because I think there were a few exceptions like Alien Mirage. This one was a little bit more mineral, but all in all, they did have some of the original DNA. But then recently, this kind of trend started with Mugler's fragrances, that those flankers of Alien and Angel both became complete different fragrances. There was no similarity to the original scent whatsoever, which I'm not really a fan of that. I mean, if you want to create a different fragrance, create a different fragrance. What is the point of creating another flanker that just doesn't have anything to do with the original one? And the good example of that was Alien Goddess. This fragrance had really nothing to do with the original scent. I know many people loved it. I personally didn't really like it, mostly because it just didn't really go that well with my skin. I don't know, there was just something off when I applied it on my skin. I kind of liked it on the blotter, but that's how far I was willing to go with that. It just didn't really seem to go with my skin chemistry. So a version of Alien Goddess was released in the last 3 years, but now it looks like we're back to the roots, to the original DNA with this new Alien Hypersense. So first of all, I love this bottle. I mean, the shades are so stunning. This is just a 30 ml bottle. I think the bigger ones actually look even better. But I mean, I honestly do not need a bigger fragrance for sure. I have too many fragrances already to buy a smaller size makes much more sense. So let's have a look at the notes. So the top notes here are pear and green mandarin. Then we have jasmine sambac and Indian jasmine in middle notes. And then base notes are cashmeran, amberwood, musk and driftwood. So you can see that there are definitely similarities to the original scent. First of all, we have a lot of jasmine, and you can tell that straight away. You can smell this. There is definitely this original DNA noticeable here. Another thing that's actually pretty prominent in this fragrance is pear, which makes me really happy because I really like this note in fragrances. I think it actually complements this fragrance really nicely. This pear note and that green mandarin make this fragrance a little bit brighter and a little bit more warm weather suitable. So this is definitely one of those spring summer versions of Alien. We've had them before, nothing really new about that. We've had some kind of summery Alien versions before, but I don't think we've had one with pear. So I actually really like this note, especially the opening here. Obviously, once the fragrance settles down, those fruity notes are not as prominent anymore, and we get more of this cashmeran. And cashmeran is one of those notes that in my head, I always describe it as a dry kind of note. It's a little bit musky, but not in a very soapy way. But then on the other hand, it has this kind of extra warmth to it, almost ambery. So I think this cashmere note with musk and amberwood in the base kind of makes sense. On Fragrantica, many people describe this fragrance as mostly woody. I personally do not get much woodiness from here. I think it's more musky, if anything, a little bit ambery, but not necessarily woodsy. I think those woodsy notes are there, but this is definitely not something that just comes to my mind when I'm smelling this fragrance. So all in all, I would say it's a really nice new version of Alien. I think that pear there is really nice. Is it something groundbreaking or like super unique. I don't think it is. I think we've had like plenty of those kind of like summery versions of Alien before, and because of that I don't really see that much uniqueness in this fragrance. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a very pleasant scent. I think it's a step in the right direction for sure, going back to the roots, going back to where it started, but I still think Mugler can do better. Another thing I need to mention is this is not a super prominent scent. It's definitely nothing we can compare to the original Alien or some of the other flankers, and to be honest, I'm fine with that. I mean, since this is more of a summery fragrance, I don't mind if this fragrance stays a little bit closer to my skin, but what I don't like is the lasting power, unfortunately. The Alien fragrances usually lasted for like hours after application, and this one, I would say this lasts just like a regular eau de parfum. I'll probably say around 5 hours. And with time, it becomes more of a skin scent with every hour. So let's sum it up. Is it a safe blind buy? If you kind of know how Alien smells, this is not really going to surprise you, because it definitely has the original DNA. Is it something I would recommend? That very much depends. I have this feeling that most people who actually love the original Alien and like some of the flankers might be a bit disappointed with this release. It's just nowhere near as powerful as some previous fragrances, and I think this is the main reason why this fragrance might not be loved by many. But on the other hand, if you're one of those people who really like ambery jasmine fragrances, but for some reason you did not vibe with the original scent or some of the flankers, maybe they were too strong, give it a go. Who knows, maybe this is going to be the one that you like. Also, if you like musky fragrances, if you like pear in your scent, this might be something you will like, but I don't feel like I can 100% recommend this fragrance. I don't regret buying it, I think it's really nice, but I think they can do better. Anyway guys, this is everything from me today. Have you tried this scent? If so, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. For more fragrance related videos, check these ones over here. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye!